Shakespeare workshop is taught by Leslie McCauley, our extremely hardworking department chair. She directed the wonderful show It Can't Happen Here this fall and gave me the opportunity to actually get a chance to flex my Shakespeare muscles again after a number of years. And it was an enormous joy to get back on the bike and learn right along with these wonderful students. This is the culminating assignment of the class. They have performance this afternoon, and they're going to wrap it up tonight, so you're all grading their final. Whoa! Don't So, before we begin, a few details. First of all, if you would take these wonderful electronic devices out, and please turn them off. The light and the sound can really disrupt an intimate theater setting like this. This is a show that has lots of loud and also very, very quiet. You want to hear everything and not your dialed up, okay? Secondly, actors do come in and out of the theater, up and down the aisles as well as around here where you came into the theater. We want to keep you safe, so please keep your arms and legs inside the ride at all times. We want to not have you lose a limb. If you should happen to need to leave the theater for a few minutes or need to leave the show early, we do ask that you try to slip out the back. Do be careful as you do so, but it will keep from disrupting entrance and exit. We try to face the showcase pretty fast here. Let's see, anything else? In an emergency, which hopefully we won't have, emergency exits are here and here, as well as those exits at the back, up through the stairs. I think that covers all the details. This is a approximately 90-minute show with no intermission, and I think that did it. Whew. Second time around for me too. Anyway, without further ado, enjoy the show!
Have violent ends, and in their triumph die like fire and powder, which, as they kiss, consume. The sweetest honey is loathsome of his own deliciousness, and in the taste confounds the appetite. Therefore love moderately, long love doth so. Too swift arrives as tardy, as too slow. Romeo and Juliet.
Aww. There is nothing either good or bad, but thinking makes it so. Hamlet.
Love all, trust few, do wrong to none. All's love that ends well.
Lord, what fools these mortals be! A midsummer night's dream.
Many a good hanging prevents bad marriage.
Hey.
12 nights.
It is the heretic that makes the fire, not she that burns in it.
Ow.
All that glisters is not gold. The Merchant of Venice.
Uneasy lies the head that wears the crown. Henry IV, Part 2.
Misery acquaints a man with strange bedfellows, the tempest.
Cowards die many times before their death. The valiant only taste of death but once. Julius Caesar.
What's done cannot be undone. Scotch play.
Henry V. Once more until the breach, dear friends, once more, or close up the walls with our English dead.
Except thou give a most egregious ransom.
Comprenez, misicodier, ayez petite moi.
Moi shall not serve. I shall have 40 boys, or I shall fetch up thy rim at thy throat in drops of crimson blood.
Il est impossible d'échapper le poste de ton Bresse.
Brass? Kirk? Thou damned and luxurious mountain goat offerest me brass. What is that, a ton of mois? Come hither, boy. Ask me this slave in French, what is his name?
Écoutez, comment elle vous appelle?
Monsieur le Vert.
He says his name is Master Fur.
Master Fur. Now fur him and furk him and ferret him! Discuss the same in French.
I do not know the French for fur and ferret and furk.
Well, bid him prepare, for I will cut his throat!
Que dit-il, monsieur?
Il me commandait de vous dire que vous faites vos prêts et qu'à ces soldats auraient de couper votre
Go. Owie, couply, gorgy, herbivore. Peasant, unless thou gives me crowns, brave crowns, or mangled shalt thou be by this, my sword.
Oh, je vous, pour le mot de tout, pardonnez-moi. Je suis gentilhomme de bonne maison. Gardez mes vies et je vous donne tout son écoute.
What are his words?
He prays you to save his life. He is a gentleman of a good home, and for his ransom he will give you 200 crowns.
Tell the soldier, my fury shall abate, and the crowns I will take.
Petit monsieur, que dit-il?
Encore qu'il est contraint de pardonner à tout prisonnier, néanmoins, pour les goûts que vous l'avez promis, il est compté de donner la liberté. Et franchement.
Suis-je non? Oh, je vous donne 1000 reconnaissances. J'estime héros, je tombe être les mains d'un chivalry. Je pense le plus brave, vaillant, et très distingué, signor d'Angleterre.
Expound unto me, boy.
Upon his knees he gives you 1,000 thanks, and he esteems himself happy that he hath fallen into the arms of one, as he thinks, of the most brave, valorous, and thrice-worthy senior of England.
Well, as I suck blood, I shall some mercy show. Follow me.
C'était vous le capitaine?
Stay, good madam. I must talk a word with you.
I've no more sons of the royal blood for thee to slaughter. For my daughters, Richard, they shall be praying nuns, not weeping queens, therefore level not to pit their
I have
lives.
a daughter called Elizabeth. Virtuous and fair, royal and gracious.
And must she die for this? Oh, let her live. And I will confess she is not Edward's daughter.
Wrong not her birth. She is a royal princess.
To save her life, I'll say she is not so.
Her life is safest only in her birth.
And only in that safety died her brothers.
Although at their birth, good stars were opposite.
No, to their lives ill friends were contrary.
All unavoided is the doom of destiny.
True, when avoided grace makes destiny, my babes were destined for a fairy death.
I intend more good to you.
What
your...
good is covered in the face of heaven to be discovered that could do me good?
The advancement of your children, gentle lady.
Look, what is done cannot be now amended. I swear.
By nothing, for this is no oath. If thou didst fear to break an oath the Eugenie the king, my husband, made, thou hast not killed nor my brothers died. The children whose fathers you have
so thrive I in my dangerous affairs of hostile arms. Myself confound. I tender not thy beauteous princely daughter. In her consists my happiness and thine. Without her flows to myself and thee, herself the land, and many a Christian soul, death, desolation, ruin, and decay. It cannot be avoided but by this. It will not be avoided but by this. Therefore, dear mother, I must call you so. Be the attorney of my love to her. Urge the necessity and state of times. Be not peevish found in great designs.
Shall I be tempted of this devil left?
Aye, if the devil tempt you to do good.
But thou didst kill my children!
But in your daughter's womb I bury them.
I go. Write to me very shortly. You shall understand from me her mind.
Relenting fool and...
You have learned, like Sir Proteus, to rest your arms like a malcontent, to walk alone like one that had the pestilence, to sigh like a schoolboy that had lost his ABC. You were wont, when you walked, it was like one of the lions. When you fasted, it was presently after dinner. And when you were sadly, it was for want of more money. You are metamorphosed by this mistress that, when I look on you, I do not see my master.
And are all these things perceived in me?
Well, they're all perceived without you.
Without me they cannot. But tell me, do you know my Lady Sylvia?
She that you so gaze upon as she sits at supper? I know her not.
Dost thou know her by my gazing upon her, and yet knowest her not?
Aye, sir, I know that well enough.
What dost thou know?
Well, she is not so fair as for you, well favored.
Esteemest thou me? I account of her beauty.
Oh, you haven't seen her since she been deformed.
And how long hath she been deformed?
Ever since you loved her.
Oh, I have loved her since I first saw her, and still I see her beautiful.
If you love her, you cannot see her.
And why is that?
Because love is blind. Oh, that you had mine eyes.
Then you, boy, must be in love, for last night you could not see to wipe mine shoes.
Then, sir, I was in love with my bed. You have rid me from my love.
Last night, she enjoined me to write some lines to the one that she loves.
And have you?
I have.
Are they not lamely writ?
No, boy, but as well as I can do them. Peace, here she comes.
Oh, excellent device, oh, exceeding puppet. Now he will interpret to her.
Madam and mistress, 1,000 good morrows.
Oh, give ye good even. Here a million of manners.
Sir Valentine and servant, to you 2,000.
Oh, he hath give her interest, for she give it him.
As you enjoined me, I have writ the lines unto this secret nameless friend of yours, which I was much unwilling to proceed in, but for my duty to your ladyship.
I thank you, gentle servant. 'Tis very clerkly done.
No, trust me, madam, it came hardly off. Not knowing to whom it was intended, I wrote very vaguely at random.
Perchance you think too much of so much pains.
No, madam, so instead you I will write, please your command, 1,000 times as much, and...
A pretty greed, well, I guess the sequel, and yet I will not name it, and yet I care not, and yet take this again, yet I thank you, meaning henceforth to trouble you no more.
And yet I will, and yet another, yet.
What means your ladyship? Do you not like it?
It's very quaintly writ, but some unwillingly take it again, they take it.
But madam, they are for you.
Aye, you writ them, sir, at my request, but I will none of them. They are for you, I would have had them writ more movingly.
I'll write your ladyship another.
And when it's writ for my sake, read it over, and if it please you so, if not, why so?
And if it pleases me, madam, what then?
Why, if it please you, take it for your labor. And so, good morrow.
Oh, just unseen, inscrutable, like a nose on a man's face, or a weathercock on a steeple. My master sues to her, and she hath taught her suitor, he being her pupil to become her tutor. Oh, excellent device! Hath there ever been such a better, that my master should scribe himself write the letter?
How now, boy, what are you reasoning with yourself?
Nay, sir, I was rhyming. 'Tis you that have the reason.
To do what?
Why, to be a spokesman for Madam Sylvia.
To whom?
To yourself. Why, she woos you by a figure.
What figure?
Well, by a letter, I should say.
She hath not writ to me.
Oh, what needs she when she hath made you write to yourself? Why do you not perceive the jest?
Believe me.
No, believing you indeed, sir, but did you perceive her earnest?
All she gave you were a few harsh words.
Ah, she hath given you a letter.
That's the letter I wrote to her friend.
And that friend she hath delivered. And there an end.
And now we are alone. Wouldst thou then counsel me to fall in love?
Aye, madam, so you stumble not unheedfully.
Of all the fair resort of gentlemen that every day with Carl encounter me, in thy opinion, which is worthiest love?
Please repeat their names. I'll show my mind accordingly to my shallow, simple skill.
What thinkst thou of the fair Sir Eglamour?
Well, as of a knight, well spoken, neat, and fine. But where are you? He never would be mine.
What thinkst thou of the rich Mercatio?
Of his wealth, but of himself, so.
What thinkst thou of the gentle Proteus?
Lord, to see what filial gains in us.
How now? What means this passion at your voice?
Pardon? Dear madam, 'tis a passing shame that I, unworthy body as I am, should censure thus on lovely gentlemen.
Why not on Proteus as of all the rest?
Then thus of many good, I think him best.
Your reason?
I have no other but a woman's reason. I think him so because I think him sad.
And wouldst thou have me cast my love on him?
Aye, if you thought your love not cast away.
Why, he of all the rest hath never moved me.
Yet, he of all the rest, I think best loves ye.
His little speaking shows his love but small.
Fire that's closest cup burns most of all.
They do not love that do not show their love.
Oh, they love least, let men know their love.
I know his mind.
Proceed this paper, madam.
To Julia? Say who from?
That the contents will show.
Say who gave it thee?
Sir Valentine, and sent, I think, from Proteus. He would have given it to you, but I being in the way did in your name receive it. Pardon the fault, I pray.
By my modesty, return unto the sender, or else return no more unto me.
To plead love deserves more fee than hate.
Ye be gone?
That you may omit.
And yet I would I had overlooked the letter. What is it? What is it you took up so gingerly?
Nothing.
Why didst thou stoop then?
To take up the paper that I let fall.
Is that paper nothing?
Nothing concerning me.
Then leave it for those that it concerns.
Madam, it will not lie where it concerns unless it have a false interpreter.
You, minion, are too saucy.
Nay, now you are too flat.
This babble shall not henceforth trouble me. Here is coil with your protestation. Now get thee gone and let the papers lie.
She makes it strange, yet would she be best pleased to be so angered with another letter?
This is one way to kill a wife with kindness, and there's no cure for mad and headstrong humor. Taming of the shrew.
Good morrow, Kate. For that's your name, I hear.
Well, have you heard? But something hard of hearing. They call me Catherine that do speak of me.
You lie in faith, for you are called plain Kate, and bonny Kate, and sometimes Kate the cursed. But Kate, the prettiest Kate in Christendom, myself am moved to woo thee for my wife.
Moved! In good time. Let him that moved you hither remove you hence. I knew you at the first, you were immovable.
Why, what's immovable?
A joint stool.
Thou hast hit it, come! Sit on me.
Asses are made to bear, and so are you.
Women are made to bear, and so are you.
No such a chain as me. If it's you with me, you mean.
Alas, good Kate, I will not burden thee for knowing thee to be but young and light.
Too light for such a swain as you to catch, and yet as heavy as my weight should be.
Should buzz.
Well, buzz like a buzzard.
Oh, slow-winged turtle, shall the buzzard take thee?
Aye, for a turtle as it takes a buzzard.
Come, you wasp of faith, you are too angry.
If I be waspish, best beware my sting.
My remedy then is to pluck it out.
Aye, the fool can only find it where it lies.
Who does not wear a wasp, does wear his sting in his tail.
In his tongue.
Whose tongue?
Yours if you do talk of tails, and so farewell.
What, with my tongue in your tail? Nay, come again, little Kate. I am a gentleman.
That I'll try.
I swear, I'll cut you if you strike again.
So will you lose your arms. If you strike me, you're no gentleman, and if no gentleman, why then no arms.
A herald, Kate, oh, put me in thy books.
What is your crest? A coxcomb?
A combless cock, so Kate will be my hen.
Oh, no cock of mine. You crow too like a craven.
Nay, Helen, you must not look so sour.
Oh, it is my fashion when I see a crab.
Wait, here's no crab, and therefore look not sour.
There is. There is.
Then show it me.
Had I a glass, I would.
What, you mean my face?
Well, I knew such a young one.
Now, by St. George, I am too young for you.
Yet you are withered.
Yes.
Care not.
Nay, hear you, Kate. In sooth, you speak not so.
Cheat you if I tarry, let me go!
No, not a whit. I find you passing gentle. 'Twas told me you were rough and coy and sullen, and now I find report a very liar. Thou art pleasant, gain some passing courteous. Why does the world report that Kate doth limp? Oh, let me see thee walk. Thou dost not halt.
Go, fool, and who thou keepst command. Where did you learn all this goodly speech?
It is extempore from my mother wit.
Witty mother, witless else her son.
Am I not wise?
Yes, keep you warm.
Mary, so I mean sweet Catherine, I beg. And therefore, setting on that consented that you shall be my wife. Your dowry agreed on. Thou must be married to no man but me. For I am him born to tame you, Kate, and bring you from a wild Kate to a Kate, conformable as other household Kates. I must and will have Catherine for my wife.
You grow too forward, sir.
But wrangling a pedant, this is the patroness of heavenly harmony. Thus give me leave to have prerogative, and when in music we have spent an hour, your lecture shall have leisure for as much.
Preposterous ass! That never read so far at no cause. My music was ordained. Then, give me leave to read philosophy, and while I pause, serve in your harmony.
Oh, sir, I will not bear these braves of thine.
What? Gentlemen! You do me double wrong. Rather now interest in my choice? I am no preaching scholar in schools. I'll not be tied to hours nor appointed times, but learn my lessons as I please myself. Now, to cut off all strife, here, sit me down. Take you your instrument and play the while. His lecture will be done ere you have tuned.
Smoist, ik est Sigatellus. Regia Celsa Senis.
Constable.
Hic e bot, as I told you before. Smois, I am Lucentio. Hic est son unto Vincencio of Pisa. Sigatellus, disguised thus to get your love. Hic steptrat, and that Lucentio that comes a wooing. Priami is my man Trenio. Regia, bearing my port. Celsa Senis, and that we might be gallantly owed unto.
Madam, my instruments and tunes.
Let's hear it. Oh, the treble jars!
Spit in the hole, man, and tune again.
Now, let me see if I can concentrate. Hic about Samois. I know you won't. Hic est Sugia Tellus. I trust you not. Hic stetrat Priami. Take heed he hear us not. Regia, presume not. Celsa Senis. Despair not.
Madam, my instruments and tunes.
All but the bass?
What? The bass is right. It's the bass name that, by my life, name doth court my love. Dastardly. Oh, what you
Well, I must leave my master, else I promise you I should still be arguing upon this doubt, but for now, let it rest. Now let's yield to you, and take it not unkindly, right away if thus been pleasant with you both.
You may go walk in, give us leave the while. My lessons make no music in 3 parts.
Well, are you so formal, sir? Well, I must wait and watch withal. For what I be deceived. Our fine musician groweth amorous.
Madam, before you touch the instrument to learn the order of my fingering, I must begin with rudiments of art to learn the gamut of a briefer sort, more pleasant, pithy, and effectual than hath been taught by any of my trade, and there it is in writing, fairly drawn.
Why, I am past my gamut long ago.
Oh, you read the gamut of Hortensio.
Gamut. I am the ground of all accord. To plead Hortensio's passion. Bianca take him for thy lord. That loves with all affection. One cleft 2 notes divine. Show die? Call you this again? I like it not. I am not so kind to change true rules for old inventions. Now, farewell, sweet masters both.
Farewell, mistress. Then I have no cause to stay.
I have cause to pry into this penance.
All the world, the stage, and the men and women, merely players, as you like it. You are a fool, you, niece. Provide yourself. If you overstay the time, by my word, you die.
Poor Rosalind, whither wilt thou go? Wilt thou change fathers?
Whither shall we go?
To the forest of Arden, to seek my uncle.
What a danger it will be, maids as we are, to travel forth so far.
I will put myself in poor and mean attire, and some kind of humber smirch my face. What shall I call thee when thou art a man?
Call me Ganymede. But what will you be called?
Alina. Now we go, to continue to liberty, not to banishment.
Your brother hath heard your praises, and he means to burn the lodgings used alive, and you within them, if he fail of that.
Why, whither, Adam? Would you have me go?
Not so, whither, so you come not here.
Well, this is the Garden of Arden. Didst thou hear these verses?
I heard them all, and more too, for some of them had more feet in them than the verses could bear.
True, you have done this.
Is it a man?
Oh, and a chain that you once wore about his neck. Oh, change your colour.
I prithee who?
Oh, Lord. Lord, it is a hard matter for friends to make, but mountains may be removed with earthquakes and so encounter.
Nay! But who is it?
Is it possible?
I prithee tell me who it is at once, and speak apace. I would thou couldst stammer, that thou might pour this concealed man out of thy mouth as wine comes out of a narrow-mouthed bottle. Either too much at once, or none at all. I prithee, take thy cork out of thy mouth, so that I may drink the tidings.
Oh, so you may put a man in your belly.
Is he of God's making? Is his head worth a hat, or his chin worth a beard?
Oh, nay, he hath little a beard.
Well, God will bring more if the man will be thankful. But let me stay the length of his beard, if thou delay me not the knowledge of his chin.
It is the young Orlando that tripped up the wrestler's heels. Oh, and your heart both in an instant.
Nay, but the devil take mocking. Speak sad brow and true, maid.
If faith cuz, 'tis he.
Orlando?
Orlando.
Alas the day! What shall I do with my doublet and hose? Where remains he? How parted he with the inn, and when will thou see him again? Answer me in one word.
I meant you his mouth first. 'Tis a word too great of any mouth of this age's size.
But does he know that I did this forest and dressed in man's apparel? Look he as freshly as he did the day he wrestled?
It is easy to solve propositions of a lover than it is to count enemies. I found him under a tree like a dropped acorn.
It may well be called Jove's tree when it drops forth such fruit.
Give me good audience, madam. There he lay, stretched along, like a wounded knight.
Oh, though it be a pity to see such a sight, it well becomes the ground.
Cry hold to thy tongue, it prithee, it curvets unseasonably. He was furnished like a hunter.
Oh, ominous! He comes to kill my heart.
I would sing my song without a burden, thou bringest me out of tune.
Dost thou not know I am a woman? When I think, I must speak. Please, go on.
You bring me out. Soft, comes he not here?
I will speak to him, like a saucy lackey, and under that habit play the maid with him.
Are you a native of this place?
As the coney you see dwell where she is kindled.
Your accent is something higher than can be purchased, and so remove the dwelling.
Been told so by many. Indeed. An old religious uncle of mine taught me to speak, who in his youth was an inland man, one who knew courtship too well, for there he fell in love. I've heard many lectures against it, and I thank God I am not a woman. To be touched with so many giddy offences that he hath generally taxed the whole sex withal.
Can you remember any of the principal charges that he hath laid to the claim of women?
There were none principal. Each one were like one another's halfpence are, one seeming monstrous until its fellow faults came to match it.
I prithee, recount some of them.
No. No, I will always know the people of those that are sick. There's a man haunts this forest, abuses our young bark by copying rosaline in the branches. But are you so much in love as your rhyme speak?
Oh, neither rhyme nor reason can express how much.
Love is a madness, but I profess in curing it by counsel.
I would not cure you.
I would cure you. If you but call me Rosalind, come to my cot every day, and woo me.
Now, by the faith of my love, I will.
Sweet baby! Not so, not baby. Say you love me not, but say not so in bitterness. The common executioner, whose heart the accustomed sight of death makes hard, falls not the axe upon the humble neck, but first begs pardon. Would you stir to be, and he that lives and dies by bloody drops?
I will not be thy executioner. I cry thee, for I will not injure thee. Thou tells me there is murder in my eyes. Lie not to say my eyes are murderers. Now show me the wound my eye have made indeed. Scratch thee, but with the pin, and there remains a scar of it. Hurt thee not.
Oh dear baby, if ever, as it ever may be near, fresh cheek the power of fancy, then shall you know the wounds invisible that love's keen arrows make.
That time come not thou near me, and when that time comes, afflict me with thy mocks, pity me not, but still that time I shall not pity thee.
And why, I pray you? Who might be your mother that you insult, exalt, and all at once over the wretched? What, though you have no beauty? As by my faith I see no more in you than without a candle might go dark to bed. Must you therefore be proud and pitiless? Why look you so upon me?
For no ill will I bear you.
I pray you, do not fall in love with me.
Dead shepherd, now I find with so might whoever loved that loved not at first sight.
Sweet baby pity.
That's my love. Is not that neighborly?
I would have you.
Without covetousness, Sylvius. The time was that I hated you, and yet it is not that I bear with love. But since thou canst the love so well, I will endure, and I will employ thee too, but do not look for further recompense. Thou art needful.
So holy and so perfect is my love, I shall think it a most plenteous crop to glean the broken ears after the man that the main harvest reaps. Loose now and then a scattered smile, and now in the pond.
Knowst now the youth that spoke to me was what?
Not well, though I met him oft.
Think not I love him, though I ask for him. 'Tis but a peevish boy, he talks well, but what care I for words? Words do well. When he that speaks, thus pleases those that hear. There be some women, Sylvius, had they marked him in parts of society, would have gone near to fall in love with him. For my part, I love him not, nor hate him not. Yet I have more cause to hate him than to love him. I shall write him a very taunting letter, and thou shalt bear it. Will thou, Sylvius?
With all my heart, Phoebe.
Write it straight, the matters in my head and in my heart. I will be better with him and pass him short. Come with me, Sylvius?
Some Cupid kills with arrows, others with traps. Much ado about nothing.
I had rather hear my dog bark at a crow than a man swear he loves me.
Keep your ladyship still in that mind, so some gentleman or other may escape a predestined scratched face.
Scratching could not make it worse, and for a face such as yours.
Well, you're a rare parrot teacher.
I'd rather a bird of my tongue than a beast of yours any day.
I would my horse had the speed of your tongue in so good a continuer. But keep your way, in God's name, I have done.
You always end with a jade's trick. I know you of old.
Cannot endure this lady tongue.
She were an excellent wife for Benedict. I will, in the interim, undertake one of Hercules' labors to bring Signor Benedict and the Lady Beatrice into a mountain of affection, the one with the other.
My lord, I am for you.
And I, my lord.
And you too, gentle hero.
I will do any modest office, my lord, to help my cousin Beatrice to a good husband.
Oh, and Benedict is not the unhopefullest husband I know. I will teach you to humor your cousin, that she shall fall in love with Benedict. And I, with your two helps, will so practice on Benedict. If we can do this, Cupid is no longer an archer. His glory is ours. We are the love gods. Go in. Come here, Leonardo. What was it you told me today? That your niece Beatrice was in love with Signor Benedict.
I stuck on the faucet. I did never think that lady would have loved any man.
No, nor I neither. But most wonderful that she should so dote upon Signor Benedict, whom she hath in all outward behaviors seemed ever to abhor.
Is it possible? Sits the wind in that corner?
By my troth, my lord, I cannot tell what to think of it, but that she loves him with an enraged affection. It is past the infinite of thought.
What effects of passion shows she?
Bait the hook while this fish will bite.
What effects, my lord? She will sit you. You heard my daughter tell you how.
She did indeed.
I should think this gold, but that the white-bearded fellow speaks it. Knavery cannot sure hide himself with such reverence.
You have tamed the infection. Hold it up!
Has she made
a great argument of her folly? For I will be horribly in love with her. There may chance be some remnants of wits brought against me, for I have railed so long against marriage. Shall quips and sentences and these paper bullets the brain off a man from the career of his humors? No. The world must be peopled.
Good Margaret, run me to the parlor. There you will find my cousin Beatrice. Let her know me and Ursula walk along the orchard and our whole discourses of her, and tell her that we overheard.
I know it could come. I warrant you presently.
Now, Ursula, when Beatrice doth come, as we do trace this alley up and down, our talk must only be of Benedict. When I do name him, let it be thy part to praise him more than any man ever did merit. My talk to thee must be how Benedict is sick in love with Beatrice. Of this matter is little Cupid's crafty arrow made, only wounds by hearsay. Now begin, for look where Beatrice like a lapwing runs, close to the ground to hear our comments.
The pleasantest angling is to see the fish cut with her golden oars the silver stream and greedily devour the treacherous bait. So angle we for Beatrice, who even now is hidden in the woodbine coverture.
So go we near her, that her ear lose nothing of the false sweet bait we lay for it. No, truly, Ursula, she is too disdainful. Her spirits are as coy and wild as the haggards of the rock.
But are you sure that Benedict loves Beatrice so entirely?
So says the prince and my new true good lord.
And did they bid you tell her of it, madam?
They didn't entreat me to acquaint her of it, but I persuaded them that if they love Benedict, to let him wrestle with affection, and to never let Beatrice know of it.
Why did you so? Doth not the gentleman deserve as full a fortune as ever bed Beatrice shall couch upon?
Oh, God of love, I know he doth deserve whatever may be yielded to a man, but nature's never framed a woman's heart of prouder stuff than that of Beatrice. Disdain and scorn right sparkling in her eyes, misprizing whatever they look on, and her wit values itself so highly, all other matters seem weak. She cannot love. She is so self-endeared.
Sure, I think so. And therefore it were not good if he knew his love, lest she make sport at it.
Why do you speak truth? Why, I never yet saw a man how wise, how noble, how rarely featured. Why, in fair face, she would spell him backward. Say the man should be her sister. Well, then why don't you tell her of it? No, instead I hope friend.
May a man do it?
It is a man's office, but not yours.
I do love nothing in this world so well as you. It's not that strange.
As strange as the thing I know not. It were as possible for me to say I love nothing so well as you, but believe me not, yet I lie not. I confess nothing nor I deny nothing. I am sorry for my cousin.
By my sword, Beatrice, thou lovest me.
Do not swear by it and eat it.
I will swear by that I love you, and I will make him eat it that says I love not you.
Will you not eat your word?
No sauce that can be devised to it. I protest, I love thee.
Why, then God forgive me.
What offense is it, Beatrice?
You stayed me in a happy hour. I was about to protest I loved you.
And do it with all thy heart.
I love you with so much of my heart that none is left to protest.
Come, bid me do anything for thee.
Kill Claudio.
Not for the wide world.
You kill me to deny it. Farewell.
Tarry, good Beatrice.
I am gone, though I am here. There is no love in you. I pray you let me go.
Beatrice.
In faith, I will go.
We'll be friends first.
You dare easier be friends with me than fight mine enemy.
Is Claudio thine enemy?
Is not approved in the height of a villain that hath slandered, scorned, dishonored my kinswoman. What? Bear her in hand until they come and take hands. And with public accusation, uncovered slander, unmitigated rancor. Oh God, that I were a man, I would eat his heart in the marketplace. Talk with a man out of a window, a proper saying.
Nay, but Beatrice.
Sweet hero, she is wrong, she is slandered, she is undone.
Beatrice.
Oh God, that I were a man for his sake. Or that I had any friend that would be a man for my sake. But manhood is melted into curtsies, valor into compliment. He is now as valiant as Hercules, that only tells a lie and swears it. I cannot be a man with wishing, therefore I will die a woman with grieving.
Tarry, good Beatrice, by this hand I love thee.
Use it for my love some other way than swearing by it.
Think you in your soul that Count Claudio hath wronged Hero?
Yea, as sure as I have a thought or a soul.
Enough! I am engaged. I will challenge him. I will kiss your hand, and so leave you. By this hand, Claudio shall render me a dear account. As you hear of me, so think of me. Go comfort your cousin. I must say she is dead. And so, farewell.
How sharp within a serpent's tooth is it to have a thankless child? King Lear.
Is not this your son, my lord?
This breed has been my charge.
I cannot conceive you.
Sir, the young fellow's mother could. Do you smell a fault?
I cannot wish the fault undone, the issue of it being so proper.
But I have another son, by order of law. Yet is no dearer in my account. Know you this noble gentleman, Edmund?
No, my lord.
Ah, my lord of Kent. Remember him hereafter as my noble friend. The king is coming!
Know that we have divided our kingdom in three. Tell me, daughters, which one of you should we say does love us most, that our largest bounty shall go extended, where nature challenge merit. Goneril, our oldest daughter. Oh, sweet Regan, our second daughter.
Now our joy, although last and least, what sayest you?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Nothing will come of nothing!
Hail to thee, noble master.
Makest thou thy shame this pastime?
No, my lord.
What does he hath so far mistook his place to set thee here?
It is both he and she, your son and daughter.
No.
Yes.
No, I say.
I say yea.
Good morrow.
I'm glad to see your highness.
Oh, Regan, I think you are. I know what's reason to think so. My sister not. Oh, Regan, she hath tied sharp tooth on kindness, like a vulture. Here.
I pray you, sir, take patience. I have hope you must know how to value her desert, than she to scant her duty.
Say, how is that?
I cannot think my sister in the least would fail her obligation. If, sir, perchance she have thus riots for your followers, 'tis on such ground and such wholesome end as clears her from all blame.
My curse is on her!
Oh, sir, you are old. Nature in you stands on the very verge of her confined. You should be ruled, led by some discretion. Therefore, I pray you that to our sister you do make return. Say you wronged her, sir.
Ask her forgiveness? Do you but mark how this becomes the house? Dear daughter, I confess that I am old. Age is unnecessary. On my knees, I beg that you'll vouchsafe me raiment, bed, and food.
Good sir, no more. Those are unsightly tricks. Return you to my sister.
Never, Regan. She hath abated me of half my train, looked black upon me, struck me with her tongue. All the stored vengeances on heaven shall fall on her ungrateful tuft, striking her young bones. You taking airs with lameness?
Oh, the blessed gods! So will you wish on me when the rash mood is on?
Never, Regan. Thou shalt not have my curse. Thy tender, hefty nature shall not give over to harshness. Her eyes are fierce, but thine do comfort and not burn.
Good sir, to the purpose.
Who put my man in the stocks?
Anute, my sisters, this approves her letter that she will soon be here.
Who stalked my servant? Regan, I have high hopes that thou didst not know on't. Who comes here? Art not ashamed to look upon this beard? Oh, Regan, wilt thou take her by the hand?
Why not by the hand, sir? How have I offended? All's not offense that indiscretion finds and dotage terms so.
Oh, sides, you are too tough. Will you yet hold? Come, tell me, how did my man come into the stocks?
I pray you, father, being weak seems so, if till the expiration of your month you will return and sojourn with my sister, dismissing your half-train, come then to me. I am now from home and out of the probation which shall be needed for your entertainment.
Return to her, and 50 my men dismissed? No, I rather abjure all rooftops, and choose to live base life afoot. Return to her. Persuade me rather to be a sumpter and a slave to this detested groom.
At your choice, sir.
I prithee, daughter, do not make me mad. I'll no longer trouble thee, my child, farewell. We'll no longer speak, no longer see one another. But thou art my flesh, my blood, my daughter. Or rather a disease that's in my flesh, which I must needs call mine. Thou art a boil, a plague sore, an embossed carbuncle in my corrupted blood. I can be patient. I can stay with Regan. I in my 100 nights.
Welcome, my lord. I marvel our mild husband had not met us on the way. Now where's thy master?
Madame, within. And never a man so changed. What he should most dislike seems pleasant to him. What, like offensive?
I must change the distaff at home. Change arms with my husband. Spare speech. Oh, the difference of man and man. To thee a woman's services are due. My fool usurps my body.
Madame, here comes my lord.
I have been worth the whistle.
Oh, Goneril, you are not worth the dust which the rude wind blows in your face. I fear your disposition. She that herself will sliver and disbranch from her material sap must perforce wither and come to deadly use.
No more the text.
What have you done? A father, a gracious aged man. Most barbarous, most degenerate. Have you married? Oh, it will come. Humanity must perforce prey on itself, like monsters of the deep.
Milk-livered man with a head for wrongs and a cheek for blows, where's thy drum? France spreads its banners in our noiseless land, whilst thou, a moral fool, sit still and cry, "Alas, why does he so?"
See thyself, devil! Proper deformity shows not in the fiend so horrid as in woman.
Oh, vain fool!
Oh, vain fool! The monster not thy feature. Were it my fitness to let my hands obey my blood, they would be apt enough to tear and dislocate your flesh and blood.
Marry your manhood!
What news? My good lord, the Duke of Cornwall's dead, slain by his servant going to put out the other eye of Gloucester.
Gloucester? Lost he both his eyes?
Both, my lord. My lady, this letter requires a speedy recovery, just from your sister.
One way I like this well. My sister widowed and my Gloucester with her.
Where was his son when they got paid his eyes?
Come with my lady hither.
He's not here.
No, I met him back again.
Gloucester, I live to thank thee for the love thou showest the king, and take revenge for thine eyes. Come, tell me what more thou knowest.
When shall I come to the top of that same hill?
You do climb up it now. Horrible steep. Hark! Do you hear the sea? No, truly. Why? Then your other senses grow imperfect, like your eyes anguish.
So may it be indeed. Methinks thy voice is altered.
Come on, sir. Here's the place. Stand still. How fearful and dizzy 'tis to cast one's eyes so low. The murmuring surge that on the unnumbered idle pebble chafes cannot be heard so high. Oh, I'll look no more.
Set me where you stand.
You are now within a foot of the extreme verge. For all beneath the moon would I not leap upright.
Let go my hand. Here, friends, another verse. Fairies and gods prosper with thee. Now go thee farther off. Bid me farewell, and let me hear thee going.
Now, fare ye well, good sir. Why I do trifle thus with his despair is done to cure it.
Oh, you mighty gods! This world I do renounce! And in your sight shake patiently this great affliction off. If any live, oh bless him. Now, fellow, fare thee well.
And yet, I know not how conceit may rob the treasury of life, when life itself yields to theft. Had he been where he thought, by this had thought been past. Sir? Oh, speak! Oh, thus might he pass indeed. Yet he revives! What are you, sir? Away and let me die! Hast thou been up with gossamer, feathers, air? So many fathom down precipitating. Speakest art sound. 10 masts I each make not the altitude which thou hast perpendicularly fell. Thy life's a miracle. Speak yet again.
But have I fallen or no?
From the dread summit of this chalky bourne, do but look up at it. The shrill gorged lark cannot be seen so high. Do but look up.
Alack, I have no eyes! His wretchedness deprived his benefit, to end itself by death. Yet it was once some comfort when misery could beguile the tyrant's rage, and frustrate his proud will.
Upon the crown of the cliff, what was that thing which parted from you?
A poor unfortunate beggar.
As I stood here below, methought his eyes were 2 full moons. He had 1,000 noses, horns whelped and waved like the enraged sea. It was some fiend. Therefore thou, happy father, think that the clearest gods, who make honors of men's impossibilities, have preserved thee.
I do remember now. Henceforth I shall bear affliction till it cry out itself, enough, enough, and die. The thing you speak of, thought it was a man. Often would say, the fiend, the fiend. He took me to that place.
Bear free and patient thoughts.
A poor, and despise an old man. So old and white as this. Oh, 'tis foul.
Who's there? Mary, here's grace and a cotton piece, a wise man and a fool.
The great gods that keep this dreadful pother o'er our heads find out their enemies now. Tremble, thou wretch that hast within thee undivulged crimes, on writ of justice, hide thee thy bloody hand. Rive your concealing continence, and let cry your dreadful summoner's grace. I am a man more sinned against than sinning.
Alack, bareheaded, gracious my lord, hard by here is a hovel. Some friendship will lend you against this tempest.
My wits begin to turn. Come here, man. How dost, my boy? Art cold? I am cold myself. The art of our necessities is strange and makes bedfellows of such odd countenance. Poor fool and knave. Knave, I have but one part of my heart that's sorry for thee.
We have passed but a little tiny wind with a hey-ho, the wind and the moonshine. They content with fortune speak for the rain, it raineth every day.
True, my lord. Come, my fellow, be strong.
It's a brave night to cool and courtesan. I'll speak a prophecy ere I go. When every case in law is right, no squire in heaven, no poor knight. When you, sirs, give their gold in the field, and bards and whores do churches build, then shall the realm of Albion come to great confusion. Then comes a time who leaves the seat, and going shall be used with feet. This prophecy Merlin shall make while I live before his time.
We lay our scene. From ancient grudge breaks new mutiny. From forth the fatal loins of these two foes, a pair of star-crossed lovers take their lives. Whose misadventured, piteous undertakings do with their dead bury their parents' strife. Romeo and Juliet.
Come night, come Romeo, come day and night, for thou wilt fly upon the wings of night, wider than new snow upon a raven's back. Oh, I have bought a mansion of a love, but not possessed it. So tedious is this day, as is the night before some festival to an impatient child that hath new robes and may not wear them. And here comes my nurse, and she brings news, and every tongue that speaks for Romeo's name speaks heavenly eloquence. No, nurse, what news? What hast thou there? The cords that Romeo bid thee fetch?
Aye, the cords.
Me, what news? Why dost thou wring thy hands?
Ah, well a day, he's dead, he's dead, he's dead! Half the day he's gone, he's killed, he's dead.
What devil art thou that dost torment me thus? This torture should be roared in dismal hell. If he is slain, say I, or if not, no. Brief sounds determine of my weal or woe.
I saw the wound. I saw with mine eyes here on his manly dress. God save the mock coat, bloody, piteous corpse. Piteous corpse. Pale. Pale as ashes, all bedaubed in blood, all in gore blood. I swooned at sight.
Oh, break my heart, poor bankrupt, break it once. To eyes, prison ne'er look on liberty. Vile earth to earth resign, and motion here, and thou and Romeo press one heavy bier.
Oh, Tybalt, Tybalt, honest gentleman, courteous Tybalt, that ever I should live to see thee dead.
What storm is this that blows so contrary? Is Romeo slaughtered and is Tybalt dead, my dearest cousin and my dear lord? And dreadful trumpet sound the general doom, for who is living if those two are gone?
Tybalt is gone and Romeo is banished. Romeo that killed him, he is banished.
Oh God! Did Romeo's hand shed Tybalt's blood?
It did, alas the day it did.
Serpent heart, hip with a flowering face.
Damning saint, honorable villain. Was ever looked and seen such vile matter, so fairly bound? Oh, that deceit should dwell in such a gorgeous palace.
There's no trust, no faith, no honesty in men. All forsworn, all not, all dissemblers. These sorrows, these woes, these make me old. Shame come to Romeo.
Oh, listen to me, thy to make such a wish. He was not born to shame. At least I chided him.
Will you speak well of him that killed your cousin?
Shall I speak ill of him that is my husband? For my lord, what tongue shall salute thy name when I, the 3 hours' wife, have mangled it? Wherefore, villain, didst thou kill my cousin? Romeo is banished. To speak that word is father, mother, Tybalt, Romeo, Juliet, all slain, all dead. Romeo is banished. There is no end, no limit, measure bound in that word's death. No words can echo sound. Where are my mother and father, nurse?
Weeping and wailing over Tybalt's corpse. Will you go to them? I will bring you thither.
Wash his wounds with tears. Mine shall be spent when theirs are dry for Romeo's banishment.
Hie to your chamber. I'll find Romeo to comfort you. I won't well where he is.
Find him. Give this night to my true knight and bid him come to take life's last farewell.
Wilt thou be gone? It is not yet midday. It is the nightingale and not the lark that pierce the fearful hollow of thine ear. Nightly she sings on yon pomegranate tree. Believe me, love, it was the nightingale.
It was the lark, the herald of the morn. O nightingale. Look, love, what envious streaks do lace the severing clouds on yonder east. Night's candles are burnt out, and jocund day stands tiptoe on the misty mountain tops. Must be gone and live, or stay and die.
I know it, I. It is some meteor that the sun exhales to be to thee this night a torchbearer, and light thee on thy way to Mantua. Therefore, stay yet, thou needest not be gone.
Let me be tamed. Let me be put to death.
I'm content, so thou will have it so. I have more care to stay than I will to go. Come, death, and welcome. Juliet wills it so. How's it, my soul? This talk is no day.
It is! Oh, it is! It is I hate to be gone away. Oh, it is the lark that sings so out of tune, straining harsh discords and unpleasing shafts. Oh, now be gone. More light and light it grows.
More light and dark our woes.
Madam!
Yes.
The day is broke. Be wary. Look about.
Farewell, farewell. One kiss and I'll descend.
Art thou gone, son? Oh, I must hear from thee every day in the hour. For there are many minutes and many days. Oh, by this count I shall be much in years. Here again I behold my Romeo.
Farewell. I will omit no opportunity that may convey my greetings, love, to thee.
Oh, dost thou think we shall ever meet again?
I doubt it not. And all these woes shall serve for sweet discourses in our time to come.
Oh, God, I have an ill-divining soul. Oh, methinks I see thee now, thou art so low, as one dead in the bottom of a tomb. Either my eyesight fails or thou lookest pale.
Trust me, love.
In my eyes, so do you. Dry sorrow drinks our blood. Adieu. Adieu.
Oh, fortune, fortune. Wind could be fickle. If thou art fickle, what goes on with him that is renowned for fate? Be fickle, fortune, for then I hope thou will not keep him long second back.
Ho, daughter! Are you up?
Who is that calls? It is my lady mother. Is she not down so late or up so early? What unaccustomed cause procures her hither?
Why, how now, Juliet?
Madam, I'm not well.
Evermore weeping for your cousin's death. What, wilt thou wash him from your grave with tears? Even if thou couldst, thou couldst not bring him back, therefore have done. Some grief shows much of love, but much of grief shows still some want of weight.
Yet, let me weep for such a feeling lost.
So that you shall fear the loss, but not the friend which you weep for.
Feeling so the lost, cannot choose but ever weep the friend.
Well, Sir, thou weepest not so much for his death as that the villain lives which slaughtered him.
What villain, madam?
That same villain, Romeo.
Villain, he be miles and sundered. God pardon him, I do with all my heart. And yet, how may I keep to grieve my heart?
That's because the traitor, murderer, still lives.
I, madam, from the rich of these my hands for none, but I might avenge my cousin's death.
We will have vengeance for it, fear thou not. Then weep no more. I will send to one in Mantua, who will give him the same accustomed dram that he shall soon keep the company of Tybalt. And then, I hope, thou will be satisfied.
Indeed, I never shall be satisfied with Romeo till I behold him. Dead! Is my poor heart for a kinsman vexed? Madam, if you can find out what a man to bear poison, I would temper it. Have Romeo soon asleep and quiet. Oh, how my heart abhors to hear his name and cannot come to him. To reach the love I bore my cousin upon his body that slaughtered him.
Find out the means and I'll find such a man. But now, I come to give thee joyful tidings, girl.
And joy comes well in such a needy time? What are they? I beseech you, your ladyship.
Well, well, thou hast a careful father, child, one who, to pull thee from thy heaviness, hath sorted out a sudden day of joy, that thou expectest not, nor I looked not for.
What happy time? What day is that?
Nary, my child, early next Thursday morn, the young, gallant, and noble gentleman, the County Paris, at St. Peter's Church, shall happily make thee their joyful bride.
Now, by St. Peter's Church and Peter too, he shall not make me their joyful bride. I wonder this haste I must wed, ere he the husband comes to woo. Oh, I pray you, tell my lord and father, madam, I will not marry yet. And when I do, it shall be Romeo, who you know I hate, rather than Paris. These are news indeed.
Here comes your father. Tell him so yourself, and see how he takes it at your hands.
Girl, what, still in tears? Evermore shouting? In one little body thou counterfeits a bark, a sea, a wind. Without a sudden calm will overset thy tempest-tossed body. How now, wife? Have you not delivered to her our decree?
Aye, sir, but she will none. She gives thee thanks. I would the fool were married to her grave.
Soft. Take me with you. Take me with you, wife. How will she none? Is she not proud? Does she not give us thanks? Does she not count her blessed, unworthy as she is, that we have wrought so worthy a gentleman to be her bridegroom?
Not proud that you have, but thankful. Proud can I never be of what I hate, but thankful even for hate that is meant love.
How now, how now? Chop logic, what is this? Proud and I thank you and I thank you not? But fettle your fine joints against Thursday next to go with Paris to St. Peter's Church, or I will drag thee unheard thither. Out you brain sickness, carry on! Out you baggage, you tallow-face!
Fie, fie, are you mad?
Father, I beseech you on my knees, please. Listen with patience, but to speak, oh
Hang thee, young baggage, disobedient wretch! I tell thee what, get thee thee to church on Thursday next, or never after look me in the face. Speak not, reply not, do not answer me. My fingers itch. Wife, we scarce thought us blessed that God had lent us but this only child. But now I see this one is one too much, and we have a curse in having her. Out on her, Hilding!
God in heaven bless her. You are to blame, my lord, to rate her so.
And why, my lady wisdom? Hold your tongue, good prudence, smatter with your gossips. Go.
I speak no treason.
Oh God, the gooding!
May not one speak?
Peace, you mumbling fool! I have grabbed your gossip bowl for here we need it not!
You are too hot!
God, Brian makes me mad! Day, night, hour, time, time, alone, in company, still my care hath been to have her matched. And having now provided a gentleman of noble parentage, stuffed, as they say, with honorable parts, proportioned as one's thoughts would wish a man, and then to have a wretched, puling fool, a whining marriage in her fortunes, tender to answer, I'll not wed, I cannot love! And you be mine, I'll give you to my friend. And you be not, hang, beg, starve, die in the streets, for by my soul I'll ne'er acknowledge thee.
Sweet mother, cast me not away, delay this marriage for a month, a week.
Speak not to me, for I'll not say a word. Do as thou wilt. I have done with thee.
Oh God, oh nurse, have you no word of comfort? Some comfort.
Faith here is, Romeo is banished, and all the world to nothing that he dare ne'er come back to challenge you. I think it best you married with the country. Oh, he's a lovely gentleman.
Speakest thou from thy heart?
And from my soul too, or else beshrew them both.
Amen.
What?
Go and tell my lady I am gone. Have you displeased my father to warrant self to make confession absolved?
Lord of jealousy. It is the green-eyed monster that doth mock the flesh it feeds on. Othello.
I do hate the more. What? How'd the heart, Cassio?
Reputation! 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 I have lost my reputation! I have lost the moral part of myself, and what remains is bestial! My reputation, Iago! My reputation!
As I am an honest man, I thought you had received some bodily wound. There was more sense in that than in reputation. You have lost no reputation at all unless you repute yourself such a loser. Come on, man. There are many ways to recover the general again. Sue to him again, and he is yours.
I would rather sue to be despised than to deceive so good a commander. Was so slight, so drunk, and so indiscreet an officer. Drunk? And speak parrot, and squabble, swagger, swear? Oh, thou invisible spirit of wine, if thou hast no name to be known by, let us call thee devil!
Come, good wine is a good familiar creature, and good lieutenant, I think. You think I love you?
I have well approved it, sir. I? Drunk?
Yeah. You or any man living may be drunk at a time, man. I'll tell you what you shall do. Our general's wife is now the general. Confess yourself freely to her. Importune her to put you in your place again. This broken joint between you and her husband entreat her to splinter, and my fortunes against any lay worth naming. This crack in your love shall grow stronger than it was before.
You advise me well.
To protest, it is the sincerity of love and honest kindness.
I think it freely. In betimes in the morning I will beseech the virtuous Desdemona to undertake for me.
You are in the right. Good night, Lieutenant. I must do the watch.
Good night, honest Iago.
What says he then, that I play the villain?
So would not I. But my love so doth approve him, that even his checks, his stubbornness, his frown. Prithee unbid me. Have grace and favor. I laid those sheets you made me on the bed. Both one. Good faith, thou foolish Oromines! I do die before thee. Prithee, shroud me in one of these same sheets.
Come, you talk.
Prithee, dispatch.
Shall I fetch your nightgown?
No, unbid me here. Prithee, hide thee.
It's the wind.
Sing willow, willow, willow. Poor couch with more men. Sing willow, willow, willow. Good night. Get thee gone. Mine eyes do itch. Doth that bode weeping?
Oh, 'tis neither here nor there.
In conscience sake, tell me, Amelia, that women do abuse their husbands in such gross kind.
There be some such, no question.
Would thou do such a wrong for the whole world?
The world is a great thing. It is a small price for a large vice.
Prithee, good troth, I think thou wouldst not.
By my troth, I think I should. And I'll do it when I've done it. Mary, I would not do such a thing for any petty exhibition, but for the whole world. You would not make a husband a cuckold to make him a monarch. I should venture purgatory for it.
Beshrew me if I should ever do such a wrong.
It is a wrong in your world, but you might quickly make it right.
Do not believe there is any such woman.
It doesn't. But I do think it is the husband's fault that the wives do fall. Say they slack their duties, or else pour out our treasures into foreign laps, or else they break out into peevish jealousies. Why, we have gall. Though we have some grace, yet let me have some revenge. Let husbands know that their wives have sense like they do. They see and smell and have palates for both sweet and sour as men have. And do we not have affections, desires for sport and frailty as men have? Then let them use us well. Else let them know the ills we do, their ills instruct us so.
Good night, good night. God be such uses send. Not bad for bad. Goodbye, bad men.
It is the cause. It is the cause of my soul. As smooth, as monumental alabaster, yet she was dark. How she betray more men. Without delight. And then, without delight. Oh, palmy breath. That does almost persuade justice to break her sword. One more.
She wakes.
Who's there? Othello?
I, Desdemona.
Will you come to bed, my lord?
Have you prayed tonight, Desdemona?
I, my lord?
If you bethink yourself of any crime, unreconciled as yet to heaven and to grace, solicit for it straight.
Alack, my lord, what may you mean by that?
Well, do it! To be brief, I will walk by. I would not kill thy unprepared spirit. No. Heaven forfend. I would not kill thy soul.
Talk you of killing?
Think on thy sins!
They are loves I bear to you!
Aye, and for that thou diest!
That death's unnatural that kills for loving. Alas, why gnaw you so your nether lip? Some bloody passion shakes your very frame. These are portents, but yet I hope they do not point on me.
Peace! And be still.
I will so. What's the matter?
That handkerchief I so loved and gave thee, thou gavest to Cassio!
No! By my life and soul, send for the man and ask him!
Sweet soul, take heed. Take heed of perjury. Thou art on thy deathbed!
I, but not yet to die.
Yes, presently. Thou art to die.
Oh, heaven have mercy on me!
I say amen.
And have you mercy too. I never did offend you in my life. Never loved Cassio, but with such general warranty of heaven as I might love. I ne'er gave him token.
By heaven, I saw my handkerchief in his hand! Thy soul! The handkerchief!
He found it, then I never gave it to him. Send for him hither, let him confess a truth.
He hath confessed.
What, my lord?
That he hath used thee.
Unlawfully?
Aye.
He will not say so.
No. His mouth is stopped. Honest Iago hath tamed order for it.
Oh, my fear interprets. What, is he dead?
Out! Strumpet! Weepest thou for him to my face?
Avenge me, my lord, and kill me now!
Down, Strumpet!
Kill me tomorrow, let me live tonight!
Being done, there is no cause!
But for half an hour!
No! It is too late! What noise is this? Not dead, quite dead. I did them cruel, be as merciful. I would not have thee linger in thy own pain. Stop! Stop! Who's there? Yes! By and by! She's dead.
These violent delights have violent ends, and in their triumph die, like fire and powder, which as they kiss, consume.